An unsurprising tweet here from Chris Mannix. It says, sources say that Adrien Broner and Gervonta Davis got into a fist fight outside of Canelo'S locker room before the fight. Broner hit Davis with a huge punch, per witnesses, and then hit Davis's PR guy with a haymaker. I mean, I haven't seen any video footage of this, but it sounds very plausible, given the characters involved. Adrien Broner has been involved in multiple outside the ring altercations throughout his career, and Gervonta Davis has developed into Adrien Broner's little sidekick. They're out and about, they're at the fights, they're in the clubs, they're drinking, they're acting ratchet, let's be real, like a couple of hood boogers, as they call them. So occasionally guys like this, well, very often actually, guys like this who are apparently friends will turn on each other. They both got egos. You know, whose jewelry is shining the most today? Who managed to pull which chick? They're both a little saucy, you know, on whatever their drink of choice was that day, or whatever else they're putting in their body for the evening. Things can get heated, and two people who are apparently friends can end up swapping punches. So, again, I don't know if this is definitely true, but Chris Mannix has reported it, and apparently it was outside Canelo'S locker room. This is why I was so disappointed to see Errol Spence, a guy who previously had seemed very straight-laced, very much on the straight and narrow. I was very disappointed to see that footage of him hanging around with Broner and Gervonta Davis, Tweedledum and Tweedledee. And then, of course, the way that Errol Spence's life has panned out since then, turning up drunk at press conferences, ballooning up in weight, having a tough fight against Sean Porter, and then coming within a whisker of losing his life in that terrible car accident several weeks ago. Hopefully Errol Spence has learned from this. You need to stay away from these ratchet people, man. You're a professional athlete. Let these guys like Broner and Davis crash and burn. You should know better than that. You seem to know better than that before, but then you got caught up in their world. Yeah, their world is not going to help you in your boxing career. It's going to be a detriment to you. So, yeah, Broner does what he does. He's boxing's class clown. We all know that. Gervonta Davis being his little sidekick. See, it's even disappointing for Davis because he's a good fighter. I think he's got a lot more potential than Broner. But he has the same kind of attitude. This immature, hood booger persona that he has is no good. You need to get away from all that. You need to grow up if you want to reach the pinnacle of this sport and stay there long term. Can't be blowing up in weight, and we've seen Gervonta Davis regularly blow up in weight in between fights. You know, birds of a feather flock together. And if your best friend in boxing is Adrien Broner, you got problems. I don't know what Adrien Broner calls himself the problem, but no, you got more problems than just him. You got problems internally if this is your best friend in boxing. Hopefully, I mean, this is real wishful thinking by me, but hopefully this bust up, if it did actually happen, will result in Broner and Davis going their separate ways. Hopefully. But I suspect not. I suspect not. You know, this hood mentality, this hood culture, which some of these fighters like to engage in, it's not going to help you in any way in your boxing career. You know, the stunting and fronting, the jewelry and the clubs and the girls and the drinking and all that kind of stuff, probably taking lean and God knows what else, Molly. All that stuff is going to lead to your downfall. Running around with a bunch of people who are probably jealous of you, flossing in front of them, I mean, it's going to lead to altercations. It's foolishness. These are the kind of things that you have to, if you want to carry on with that kind of foolishness and you're not a professional athlete, go break a leg, go do your thing. But if you are a professional athlete, what are you doing? You're sabotaging yourself by involving yourself in that lifestyle. You need to stay away from that. You need to know better. But most people, most human beings in general, are sheep-like. And when they're around, other young people, this is what tends to happen. All right? Other young people of a particular crowd, maybe they grew up in a certain type of environment, certain type of neighborhood, and they start socializing with the people who come from similar neighborhoods as that. Yeah, this is what you get. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If there is any video footage of this bust up between Adrien Broner and Gervonta Davis and Broner landing these monster punches, drop the links in the comment section below. I'm sure we'll all have a good laugh. But yeah, moral of the story is this world star culture that Adrien Broner and Gervonta Davis are part of. If you are a serious young athlete, young boxer, stay well clear of this kind of stuff. All right, it's Hatman, I'm out.